Alright guys, so for those who have been around for a while, you guys probably know that this has been a thing I've been talking about for a couple months now. And yeah, the story is kind of ready. For those who don't know what's going on, my friend Jason Voorhees 2011 and I have been essentially working on a fanfiction's shared universe, or rather shared multiverse, that we've dubbed the Infinity Verse. And in the Infinity Verse, it's basically where all these different cartoons and anime and video game characters and horror movies and other characters have all exist in one world, and if they don't, they're probably multiverse. Yeah. So like My Hero Academia, that's multiverse. DuckTales, that's multiverse. So stuff like that. But yeah, so the first story is called New Frontier, and it is inspired. The title is inspired by Justice League New Frontier, but actually, the story itself is actually a little more reminiscent to DC Rebirth, because this is like the start. This first story, New Frontier, is more like to build setup for future stories. That was the whole idea for this first story. Is these segments are meant to like build up and lead into stuff that are going to be in future stories, and lead into like, oh, here's what's going to happen here, here's what's going to happen there. Yeah, so it's like like I said with DC Rebirth, it's more of a teaser of what's going to happen. Although we don't have a Three Jokers thing, that's not a thing. We don't have Doctor Manhattan is the one behind making this new universe. It's just a universe. So if you haven't already, I'll re-explain some of the stuff that we've had in this universe. So the timeline of this universe is actually, this first segment will explain a little more. But yeah, the Autobots didn't appear in the 80s; they appeared in the late 90s. The Earth Corps from Inhumanoids, as well as G.I. Joe, they didn't appear until the early 2000s. And metahumans such as Randy Cunningham, Danny Phantom, all those other characters who are young superheroes didn't appear until the the early 2010s. So yeah, there's a gap between the two. But yeah, that was the idea. That was kind of the idea, is that this is a little more consecutive timeline, is that, a lot of the superheroes appearing in the 5-year time gap from 2013 to present makes a little more sense than what they tried to do in New 52, where everything happened in 5 years. I was like, and I myself and everyone else can agree, there is no goddamn way that, a timeline, as big as the DC universe, everything could happen in 5 years. There's no way it could happen in 5 years. No freaking way. So, having said that, yeah, but on the other hand, in the cartoon universe, it's a little more easier to have everything work in a 5-year time gap, because everything's more spaced out, you can tell more stories, and some stuff happens in just months apart. So that was kind of the idea we had going for us. So yeah, the 5-year timeline for metahumans appearing from 2013 to 2018 makes a lot of sense. But yeah, it's not just you see, guys, it's not just cartoon characters, like I said earlier, that are appearing in here. There's actually a bit more to it. There's actually some more characters that are making their debut in here. There's some anime characters in here. There is there is going to be a few in the multiverse, but there is a few that are going to be in the main Earth. Like, the main Earth is going to be home to a few anime characters and anime franchises, but there will be others who are in the multiverse. Like I said, My Hero Academia, that's multiverse, as well as RWBY, that's multiverse. But there are some like Sailor Moon, as well as Tenchi Muyo and Elfen Lied. Those are in universe. Those are main Earth stuff. There is a good amount of other characters in here that I don't want to spoil, because some of the segments are really good, and we're actually still working on. There are still some segments we're working on, but Jason actually today posted it saying that, yeah, I was like, you know what? It's the end of the year. Let's give him a Christmas present. I want to give him a Christmas present, and I was like, totally, yeah. Let's have a Christmas present. And there are some segments that are already done. You guys can check them out and leave a review for on Jason's channel. So you guys can go check out that. I've read the stories. Sorry, I lost. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Um, yeah, so there is some segments that we're still working on, but for the most part, there are several that are done, and there's also like some horror characters. Like I said, I don't want to say who's in here, but if you think of a slasher, if you can think of a slasher, there's a good chance they're here. There's also some other characters that we thought of that were like, yeah, that could work in universe. That character could work in universe. So there was a few. There was also some stuff in here that Jason didn't tell me that I was like, oh, this is really cool. I like it. I like it. I really dig where where he's going with with some of this stuff. I really do dig where he's going with with a lot of the ideas, and I've been co-writing as well and co-plotting. So we've been dealing at, some of the segments are mine, some of them are his. Sorry, I'm just like really scatterbrained right now. It's been a long day, guys. It has been a super long day. And Jason posted this, and I was like, oh, this is so fucking cool. Because this is the start of a giant shared universe that we've been talking about doing for a while. We've been talking about doing just one big shared universe with the main crux of it is that a lot of the story arcs in each story in the Infinity Verse are based off of Marvel and DC events, or Marvel and DC storylines. I don't want to say which ones. Like I said, this one's loosely based on a combination of New Frontier and DC Rebirth, but I will say that the next one is more of a is based off of a Marvel-centric event. The next one is a Marvel-centric event, and the one following after that one is also going to be a Marvel-centric event. But yeah, we've got some great characters. There's also, because I can't help myself, I in no way can help myself. For those wondering, yes, Alia and Randy Cunningham, 9th Grade Ninja, from Randy Cunningham, 9th Grade Ninja, and Alia from Ladybug are going to be in a relationship in this main universe. I kind of got Jason into this this crossover couple, and yeah, we were like, yeah, this is going to be our flagship. Hey, if people can die hard ship Elsa from Frozen and Jack Frost from Rise of the Guardians, then we can damn well do this. So yeah, eat it. That's the thing. What was I gonna say? Shit, like I said, I'm really scatterbrained. I'm really tired, so I'm a little scatterbrained all over the place. But I'm just so excited for have you guys to read this, because I feel like I've been building this up a lot. And there are some, like I said, some unfinished segments here and there. But for the most part, yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We've put so many characters, and even I was Jason and I had this moment of man, we have so many characters in here, but we've managed to figure out what goes where. And if it doesn't work, then we put it in then we'll just have a multiverse. Because like I said, we have Star Butterfly and Pen Zero Part-Time Hero, and as well as other characters in here that can traverse the multiverse. So multiverse stuff is okay. And yeah, we're going to be doing some events that do involve the multiverse. There are some other characters in here that will tie into future multiversal events and other stuff that's just going to be centric on main Earth stuff. So yeah, just keep in mind for that. And there's going to be some deaths. I'm not going to lie. There's going to be some deaths. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe they won't. Maybe it's not like we're... Keep in mind, guys, this is fan fiction, not Marvel and DC. Some of these deaths might be permanent. Just forewarning you that some of these deaths might be permanent. So anyway, guys, I will leave a link in the description below so you guys can read the start of the Infinity Verse with the New Frontier. And yeah, just go check it out. Give a review for the fan fiction, because we worked really hard on this, especially Jason. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.